Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Sam.
And we're going to be board gaming. And today we're going to be doing a playthrough of the new Unmatched set, Slings and Arrows from Restoration Games. So, we're going to do a playthrough real quick of the two of us. Samantha is going to be playing Shakespeare. I will be playing Hamlet. And after that, we'll come back and give you our thoughts on this set and these characters. That way you can see how they play and get our thoughts. So let's go down to the table and let's fight. Alright, so we've gone ahead and we've set up our playthrough here for Unmatched Slings and Arrows. I am going to be playing Hamlet, and we have already decided that I will be going first, so I'm over here. Samantha is going to be playing Shakespeare. She's going to be going second, so she's set up here. For Hamlet, his ability is that each turn, at the beginning of my turn, I decide to be or not to be. Each side will give me my own little benefit. If I choose to be, then every time I maneuver, instead of drawing one card, I will draw two cards. And if I choose not to be, then one of my characters will take 2 damage. However, also all of Hamlet's attacks will increase by 2 damage as well. Hamlet starts with 15 health, and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern start with 6. So that is Hamlet. They're both melee characters. For Shakespeare, who is also melee, he begins with 13 health, and he also has 3 1 health sidekicks here. The thing with Shakespeare doesn't actually have a single scheme card in his deck, but all of his cards have a number of syllables on them. And after he plays a card, an attack or defense card, it will go into a line, and if he gets exactly 10, it will trigger an ability. So we'll make sure to show you when and how that happens when that time comes. I don't know, maybe we can set your line up here or whatever, we'll see, and we'll go from there. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. As I am playing Hamlet, I'm going to choose to be, so that means I will be drawing 2 cards when I maneuver. So, I will draw 2 for my first turn. I'm going to move my sidekick here, and my Hamlet will go there. And then for my second action, I will have Guildenstern and Rosenstern. I think that's what their names are. I can't remember. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. That's what it is. I'll have them attack your actor.
All right. I will.
All right, flip. Okay, so yours is immediately cancels all effects, which is good because mine would have ignored your value if it was a versatile card. So Hamlet has a lot of cards that if you play versatile, it punishes you. So that will go into your line. So let's try to put it up here and see. So right now she has 2 syllables in her line of 10. And that will do it for my first turn since I maneuvered and then attacked. You're up.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and maneuver. And I moved 2 spaces, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to keep that actor there. And
Okay.
I'm going to attack your whoever.
Cranstonstern?
Krantz.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Okay.
All right, flip. Okay, 4 to 3. Both of us have after combat, so I will take 1 damage there, so he's down to 5. After combat, mine triggers first, so my opponent discards 1 card randomly. So let me take a random card. And I didn't win, so I don't have to worry about anything. So this card is gone. And then yours is that you can move your fighter up to 2 spaces.
Okay.
And then this will get added to your line, which
Yeah.
has 4. So now you're at a total of 6.
Okay.
And that was your second action.
Yeah.
So I will continue to be. So I will maneuver 1, 2. And I will have him come up here and here. And then for my second turn, I will have. Let's see here. Let's have Hamlet attack your actor.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, flip. Oh my gosh, but mine's a 4, so it doesn't matter because yours cancels, which was the same thing we did before. But it's a 4 because. Oh no, it's not 4 because I am 2B. Gosh dang it, it's still 2 to 2.
Yep.
I hate it. Okay.
So nothing.
So nothing there. So then this
Okay.
gets added down here. And that was my second action. So it's your turn.
So now I have 6,
You're at
8. Okay.
But at least both of those deceives are gone. I think there's one left. Yes, there's 3 in the deck.
Okay. Maneuvering.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay. How about, let's see, I'm gonna move into and shoot. Into and okay, I'm staying where I'm at.
Okay, second action.
I'm gonna attack Hamlet using my actor.
Okay.
Or wait a minute. Hold on. That's not what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm attacking.
It's the only person you can attack.
I know. Well, from him, if I
Yeah.
moved. No, I'm still gonna attack. Never mind.
Okay. Okay. Flip. 3 to 2. So yours is after combat, mine's after combat. So Hamlet will take 1. My after combat triggers first, so it says if Hamlet took damage this turn, deal 1 damage to the opposing fighter. So Mr. Actor is gone. Yours says that you may return the first card in your hand, or the first card in your
My
line to your
yeah.
hand. So that one goes back. And so we'll keep these here. So you're still at 8 right there. And that was your second action, correct?
Yep.
All right. So I am going to choose not to be. So I'm going to have my sidekick take 2 damage. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to scheme. Oh, let me put this over here. I'm going to scheme where I can choose one. So either to recover 2 health, but I'm actually going to choose the other one where I'm going to place Hamlet in any space in his zone and gain an action. And since I'm in the purple zone, I can come all the way up here. And I still have 2 actions. So my next action is going to be to have Hamlet attack Shakespeare. We're going to do this one first. Flip. Mine's a 4. I figured you're going to do it. So it's 4 to 2. So Shakespeare takes 2. I can't boost it because of that. So I get that. And then you would be adding this to your line, which makes it a 10. So 4, 6, 8, 10. So that means you trigger this ability, which is return this card to your hand. So there you go. And these can now get discarded. And then I have one more action where Hamlet is going to attack again.
Of course you are.
Okay, flip, same card. I knew it. 4 to 2, take 2 more. I can't boost it. But luckily, I think that was your third deceive, so I'm thinking that one's hopefully going to be gone. We'll see. All right, and that was my action there, so now I'm all done.
All right. Maneuver. Okay.
So now Shakespeare is down to 9 health.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go 1. And stay there. Let's go 1, 2. Okay. And then I'm attacking Hamlet using Shakespeare.
Okay. Flip. So I do have it during combat, so it's a 1 right now. But I discard the top card of my deck and it adds boost to the value. Boost is a 1, so it's a 2 to your 4. So I will take 2. And then after combat, mine is first. So if I lost the combat, I return the card that I discarded to my hand. And then yours is that you can deal 1 damage to each other fighter in your zone, which doesn't matter because you're in a zone all by yourself.
You know what? I was leaning over because I thought that was the same color.
No, the rooms have their own special things.
No! Are you serious?
So this gets added to your line, so you're up to 6 there.
Did you take anything?
Yeah. I took the 2 damage from when you attacked.
Gosh darn it.
So
I thought
just
that
don't
was
get the special
the same
ability.
color.
Alright, all done?
Yeah.
So my turn. I will choose 2B. So first I'm going to maneuver to draw 2 cards. Okay. And then I am going to maneuver again and draw 2 cards. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there. Let's just block you from leaving at all. So that's my turn. Your turn.
All right. Maneuver.
We're going to have a fun time up here in the booth.
My actors are going to come to save me.
Are they? What's your second action?
Farts.
That's your second action is fart?
No.
It's not an action.
No, I'm trying to think of what I can do.
But you don't have any skills.
Oh, okay. I'm attacking
With who?
my actor.
With your actor?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Flip. Oh, you didn't play versatile. So I'm going to take 2. Okay. And then my after combat doesn't matter.
Deal 1 damage to each other, and
So
you
just
are
him.
in my zone.
Just
Yes,
that one.
I know. So take it.
Rosencrantz, no, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are gone.
Dead.
Okay, you add that to your line,
Oh yeah.
which puts you at 10, so then you get to draw a card. Ooh. Oh no, I thought he would be around much longer.
Nope.
Alright, it's my turn. Mm-hmm. I will stick with 2B, I guess, and I'll maneuver. So I'll draw 2. Okay. And then that puts me at 7 cards right now. I am going to scheme. So I'm going to play this scheme where I put any number of cards in my hand at the bottom of my deck, and then I draw up that many cards, and I gain an action. So I'm actually going to get rid of these 2 cards on the bottom. And I'm going to draw 2 new ones. And then I gain an action. And then I am going to attack Shakespeare.
Okay.
Ready? Flip. Cancel effect. Shocker. Take 1. That's the last one. Jeez,
Is it though?
There's only 3, and I know there's at least 2 in there.
I've been getting them back.
Yeah, you only did that once. So, yeah, you canceled the effects. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, that was my last action. Your turn.
All right. Let's. I'm going to attack first.
Okay.
So I'm attacking Hamlet with Shakespeare.
Okay. Flip. 5 to 2. So I take 3. Mm-hmm. So I'm down to 9. And then end your turn.
Oh, are you serious? I hate that card so much.
Yeah, end your turn.
No!
Now it's my turn. In my turn, I'm going to choose not to be. So I take 2 damage. And I'm going to attack Shakespeare.
Of course you are.
Yeah, with your 1 card. Are you taking it?
Yeah, I have
Oh, snap. It's a 5.
This is going to be a quick
So you're down to
thing.
3 damage. 3 life left. Oh.
That was not even cool, man.
So if I won the combat, I can move the opposing fighter a number of spaces up to the amount of damage I dealt. I think you're good right where you're at. And then my second action is going to be to attack him again.
Which, of course,
Still
I can't
taking
defend.
It. So it's a 3, but I get to boost. It's a 5. So Shakespeare is dead.
Okay, that was bogus. That was a complete bogus.
You gotta know, this card can be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
End your turn, especially when you were that low. I was like,
how
ooh.
about when you play against Hamlet, don't ever make...
Don't attack first.
Don't attack first, yeah, and don't try to
run.
run and get more cards because he could end your turn.
There's only 2 of those, but they are really... That's very effective.
Anyway, so that was our game. We played.
So let's go ahead and go back up top, and let's give you our thoughts on this set and these characters. All right, so that's going to do it for our playthrough. Good game, well fought. Yeah. Hamlet comes out on top in this scenario.
It was bogus.
And so, so that's going to be 2 of the 4 characters that you'd see. So in this set, you get Shakespeare, you get Hamlet, you get Titania. Some people pronounce it differently. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't know. Titania, and then you get the Wayward Sisters. Yeah. So, as the loser, do you have a concession speech or anything you want to share? No, I'm just kidding. Anything you want to share?
That was a ridiculous end
I thought
to
it
the
was
game.
pretty great.
One card saved you.
Yeah, well, one card saved me.
Just one
I'm
card.
pretty sure that's all you need. But anyway, so you had to see a little bit about how that works with Shakespeare in his line of cards, collecting those syllables and trying to piece them together just right so that you can trigger off those abilities without busting. You have Hamlet, where you have that excellent card draw, but it could create a little bit of a bad situation if the fatigue game comes into play. But also a little bit of self-harm with that added extra attack value, right? And he does have quite a bit of healing. I didn't do a whole lot of healing actually in this game, but a lot of his cards have a lot of healing.
Yeah,
And as
he
you can
does.
see, a lot of his cards say, hey, you played a versatile card, you're going to get punished for that. Or when he defends, he's like, your turn's over. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he's
Right.
like very much hated.
Yeah. And something that's really unique is that with Shakespeare, this is the first set that doesn't have a single scheme card. Of all the sets that have ever come out, which we're up to like, what, 50 or something like that now? Which I think is really unique. So not a single scheme card in his entire deck. Not unless one of the Buffy ones has that, but I doubt it. That was like early on. Those are the only ones I haven't played and don't care to play. But anyway, so you got to see how those two work. The other two, the way those are going to work is Titania has some 6 of them. They're little cards, they're glamour cards. And at the beginning of a turn, when you don't have a face-up glamour card, you'll flip one over and they'll have different abilities like you can move through opponents or that you can swap the defender. Not even have to be adjacent, but swap. Or you don't take any damage outside of combat damage, that kind of stuff. Or at the end of your turn, you draw a card. So each of those, but as you're playing cards, a lot of your cards are going to be based off of if you discard if you have a face-up glamour card and you choose to discard it, it will enhance whatever it is you're doing. Instead of drawing 1 card, you draw 2, or instead of your attack being the value being a 3, it's a 5, right? Whatever that is. So a lot of her is going to play off of it, and she is the only range character in this set.
Yeah.
And you have Oberon, who's a pretty heavy hitter for a sidekick that is melee. So something to keep in mind with Titanium. And then the other one is the second time the Unmatched has had this, where you have 3 heroes as a part of one. So originally we had the Raptors. You had the 3 different Raptors. Now you have the 3 sisters. It's what? Howlet, Sting, and Venom, right? And so their whole thing revolves around this cauldron. To whenever you play a card, it goes into your cauldron. And after you attack, you can cast a spell from your cauldron, which is going to be able to give you some extra, maybe healing and drawing of cards. It could be some dealing some area damage, or getting an extra turn, or even being able to have some extra movement kind of stuff. So, but when you do those spells, all the cards go away. So there's some interesting gameplay with her, but then you also have to keep track of they each only have 6 health, right? So, and she has some interesting cards where the more zones that you're in, it could affect some of your cards to be able to hit some high damage, right? And Shakespeare has some interesting ones with his line, like his horror cards. It adds a lot, and those, if you can get those to trigger off on your line, those can be big because I think it's like deal a damage for every other card that's in your line, which could be another 4 damage if you have all 2s in there. So there's some definitely unique things in this set. What do you think of these 4 characters? I'm just curious. How do they size up for you?
They're very different compared to the other sets that you have. I would say like they have a lot of extra things that you can do, and you know, like with Titania and the glamour, and Shakespeare and the line, and like Hamlet with the to be or not to be, and I mean, to be or not to be, that kind of reminds me of like Alice in Wonder, like Alice from Alice in
she
Wonderland.
was big or small, or even if you had Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah,
or,
so that was kind of similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the Wayward Sisters with like the cauldron, that's completely different than I think Unmatched.
The only thing I can think of that's kind of like that is Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red, because she
Yeah,
has her
with the
basket,
stack.
but it's only like the one thing that's on top.
Right.
So you can collect a bunch
So
of stuff,
this
but you
is,
have
yeah,
to kind of
different.
manage how many cards you put in and use them, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I thought it was very different. Like, and I kind of liked that it didn't feel like it was like the same unmatched like way of playing. Like it was more, I don't know, unique
Yeah, and it is really cool how without adding a bunch of rules or a ton of new
and
components,
overcomplicating
they
it.
still find ways to make
Yeah,
the game super fresh. And like I said, we're like 50 characters in right now.
yeah,
It's pretty crazy to think that it could still feel fresh and unique. Now, like you were saying, there is a lot to manage with each of these characters, and I think with that comes a little bit of, to me, I don't think that this is necessarily a set for people that are just getting into Unmatched. Because
right, yeah,
if you're going to be just getting into this system, there's definitely some sets out there where they're a little bit more basic and all you have to kind of focus in on are your cards and you're moving around. Whew, that kind of stuff. But these ones you have extra things to be looking out for and to kind of keep track of and managing other than just your health and the cards that you have, right?
right, yeah.
So they're a little bit more, in my opinion, advanced players or advanced characters that will take some time, I think, to master. And would be a lot more, I think, higher up on the difficulty level as to be successful with these kinds of characters. But I do think that there is, if you're looking to play this competitively, that if somebody could really master some of these, I think they could be really good. Like, I think Hamlet, he toes that line of where, man, he could really put himself in some rough situations, but he could also be crazy good. I could see him being very competitive. That's my thought. My thought out of these four characters, Titania is my least favorite. I think for me, the way I would go right now, it would be Shakespeare, Hamlet, Wayward Sisters, Titania. That's my thought. What do you think?
I was actually kind of thinking the same thing. I was originally thinking Titania. I was like, oh, she's a fairy. That's kind of cool. I mean, I know nothing about her as like
Right.
but prior to this game, but
Right.
she was my least favorite. I felt like it kind of fell short for me with her. But my first is actually Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
I like the whole syllables thing, and I don't know. I just like the way that his character is played. But that's So okay, Shakespeare. I think Wayward Sisters.
Yeah, they were close with Hamlet for me.
Then Hamlet. Then Titania.
Okay. And I like the idea of because we've seen the literacy characters, and here we have Hamlet and his creations, which is really cool. And one thing with this, I think this map is super unique. So it's the Globe Theater, but I really just like the layout of this map where you have the balcony and you have the stage, and it's cool because you can shoot from the balcony up on the stage, but each of the little boxes have their own unique zones. So some zones are literally like one space.
Like the one that I was in,
Right,
and I thought I
exactly.
was in your zone, but
So
I
you
wasn't.
have to be really careful about that. But I really like how they are, it feels thematic. Like you feel like you're in that Globe Theater. So I really, really enjoyed that concept with this new map. I think, and we've played this quite a few times. I always make sure that we play, I think we played at least 8 or 9 times now. And so with that being said, whenever we play it, I feel like there's a little bit of storytelling going on. Like I've played even with Eli, our son, and just we have some funny moments about the creation and the creator and the different thematic stuff of the drama and the theater, the theatrics of it, right? And so,
But he was hiding in the box.
yeah, because Eli would hide in the little box
As
after.
Hamlet.
Yeah, and so it was just really interesting. But yeah, I think all these characters feel very unique and thematic and really good. And it's not like I'm a big theater guy or a Shakespeare fan or anything like that. But I really, really like the set. I think it's pretty good. Again, I don't think it's for people that are just getting into it, or if you don't like those more advanced, more things to kind of manage characters, I think this would be one
if
maybe
you just want to focus
careful
on
of.
just the maneuvering and the attacking and defending, then yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just think like they're a little bit more advanced characters.
Yeah, they are.
So that pretty much. Is there anything that I'm missing or anything else that we should cover?
How do you think this compares to like the other sets as far as on your, I don't know,
My top when I rated them all.
Yeah.
And at some point I'll have to redo that because there's so many new ones. But I think that this is up there. I really like this set. I like this set more than a number of other sets. Mm-hmm. It's not my favorite set. I think it's cool that it is a 4 set. So something you should know is that this is a set that they put out from the... so they had a competition where you submit characters, and these are the winners. So these are the first, and they had so many that they're doing more of them. So I think that's really cool. And if you're somebody that designed these characters, like kudos to you. You did a great job. Mm-hmm. Really liked it. Really cool. Love the box art too. I think that's one of the best looking box arts that they've had.
Those aren't characters I would have ever thought. Like,
and I love that.
I mean, yeah, it makes it so different.
I submitted a character. I did not win. So
what was your character?
Tarzan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I submitted it a long time ago.
I'm surprised they had. Well,
hey, maybe they said there's a lot of them, but they didn't contact me. So maybe someone else. But anyway, I still have the cards I created for that because I thought he was awesome. But anyway, so let's jump into our ratings for this set.
Okay. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna give it. I think I'm going to give it an 8, which I think is pretty high for me as far as Unmatched.
Yeah. Especially given how many times I have to pull your teeth to play it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he just likes to womp on me.
Oh.
But, yeah, like, I like this set more than a lot of the other sets.
Eli says that Hamlet is his favorite character of all the Unmatched.
Really?
Which is kind of crazy. Yeah. I think it's because he did hit me pretty good, and he almost beat me. For me, I'm gonna. You said 8. Yeah. So for me, I'm coming in at 8.5. I think it's really good. As you know, Unmatched is my number 2. The whole system as a whole is my number 2 favorite game of all time, and so I'll keep plugging away at these as they come out. But yeah, I really enjoy what this brings to the sets. It gives you a lot more replayability and diversity when it comes to just the matches that you can have. But yeah. So that's going to be Unmatched Slings and Arrows. Go check it out if you're an Unmatched fan. I'm sure you already own it. And if not, this is definitely, I think, a more advanced set. But you can definitely check out all the other reviews and playthroughs that we've done of Unmatched if you're curious about some of the other characters. And even check out my top rankings that I'm going to have to update at some point because it's going to be outdated here pretty soon.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So, thanks for checking it out. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
See ya.